Europe is a mosaic of cultures. Across the length and breadth of Europe and its breathtaking landscapes, there are countless destinations that will mesmerize you with their history, culture, nature, and gastronomy. Follow the cultural roots of the Council of Europe and fascinating new projects. Discover the hidden treasures of the macro regions. Since the origin of humanity in Europe, the olive tree has shaped its landscape, becoming a symbol of peace and prosperity and a Mediterranean icon. It is an emblem of wisdom, philosophy, and democracy that unifies civilizations and cultures. Olive oil is the cornerstone of healthy gastronomy and underlies the incredibly rich and varied culinary traditions of Mediterranean countries. The legacy of the Iron Age heritage has survived to this day. Historical treasures dot the landscape of the macro region through which the Danube River flows, inviting you to embrace the region's culture and delight in its natural beauty. This macro region includes more than 14 nationalities to discover with the family while visiting architectural remains or modern museums exhibiting the treasures of the past. A cycling tour that promises to be an adventure worth sharing. Roman civilization is much more than we usually imagine. The pillars of its architecture mark the sites of treasures scattered throughout the 9 countries visited on this route forged by the Romans. The great diversity of cultures encountered along the way is expressed in their traditions and festivals, and a whole plethora of jewels waiting to be discovered. There is no other transnational route that better represents the origin of Europe. A journey that begins in 47 AD during the reign of Emperor Claudius, from whom the Via receives its name. This was a military road across the Alps that today welcomes cyclists, hikers, and other visitors. Wonderful examples of art and architecture of representing different styles and cultures can be discovered along this route through 3 countries in the Alpine macro region. Since ancient times, Europe has been the crossroads of different beliefs and knowledge. Through the pilgrimage of Saints Cyril and Methodius, we discover the source of a dazzlingly rich legacy of art and literature from the Byzantine era, a testimony to the genius of its people. This region was a spiritual crucible and saw the creation by Saint Cyril of the first Slavic alphabet, whose use expanded throughout the region crossed by the Danube River. The cultural heritage of the Baltic Sea region is outstanding, even by global standards. Its ports watch over submerged landscapes from the Stone Age, an abundance of shipwrecks from centuries of intense trade and conflict, and stunning coastal landscapes. This heritage has shaped the cultural identities of the people of the region, and the sea continues to be a powerful economic driver. is an emblem of 20th century design and architecture, he left a vast legacy through which he strove to escape coldness, bringing realism and humanity to his designs, thereby opening the doors to modern architecture and design. He challenged style and norms. He humanized architecture by creating more user-friendly environments to be discovered. One of the most impressive landscapes in the world. The Alps in summer is a far cry from the white winter image we all bring to mind. It is a journey through the serene and soothing green of its dense forests, the lighter, wilder green of its hills, its imposing rocky mountain ranges, and the crystalline waters of its lakes. It is the definitive escape from the city to nature and the summer heat to the eternal glacial summits of Europe.
The cultural roots are showing us how cooperation and cross-fertilization have contributed to centuries of progress in Europe.
To create connections, networks, to create really bridges among countries in order to show that we as Europeans really belong to a shared European cultural heritage.
Exploring your region and the regions of your neighbors can be an alternative solution.
Roots for You is a joint program of the Council of Europe and the European Commission, and they bring together two initiatives, the macro-regional strategies and the cultural roots.
The cultural root gives life and substance to our cultural heritage and turns it into an entity of sustainable prosperity.
Sometimes we want to connect outdoor activities with an excitement of cultural heritage. And this is what archaeological route, the Iron Age Danube route, is about, connecting nature with the cultural heritage. Visit us.
Visitors to this site may experience the exceptional beauty of its ancient remains.
If you want to get to know the macro-region Alps, the best way is to follow the Via Claudia Augusta.
Cultural root of Cyril and Methodius is a true identity of the nations for the common and strong democratic Europe.
Nowadays I think this slow traveling or slow tourism, slow food, all these are things that have been created because people want to find comfort somewhere else.